Hello everyone. Sorry about the delay. There were some issues with going on live on my computer. Firstly, I would like to thank all of those. Let me first check I'm on the right chat. All right. Hello everyone. How are you all doing this week? So lovely to see you all. Also, I would like to thank all of my friends and loved ones and wonderful people from Europe for staying up for my live. I will promise to go earlier. I know a lot of you all have been requesting for me to come in earlier. Hello Henry, hello Amy, hey Shay, all lovely to see you all. How are you all? Please share them on your comments, like how you guys have been doing and how each and one of you all are navigating through in your journey. I was just saying that thanks to all my European friends for staying up for me. I'm so touched. I promise to go earlier next week. I know the timings are a bit off, and most of you all watching are from the US and the UK and Europe and Australia as well and New Zealand. So hey MJ, good to see you. My usual group, they are here. I'm just going to give it a few more minutes because today we're going to talk about such a wonderful topic, and that is about love on earth. And love on earth is very special. Yes, please. And Henry says, yes, please, 3 a.m. now here. But I'm here to see your lovely energy and listening to your story. Oh, Henry, you're the best. Hi, Sean. How are you doing? Yeah. All right, I'm gonna start. So the reason for the delay was because somehow on my computer, the live option wouldn't pop up. Probably I'll have to restart my computer, but then I thought I'll just go live on my phone. Hi, Tamara. Always happy to see you, my fellow reader and psychic. Good evening, Rennie, Joe Rennie. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Okay, we've got a good group today, and so I'm going to dive into the topic. Like, what is love on earth? Love on earth is extremely special because you're experiencing love on a material plane for the first time. Hey Ro, how are you? Good to see you. I'm just so happy to see you all coming in. And today's topic is going to be so worth it. It might be a general topic, but I'm sure each and every one of you all will be able to relate to it. So, yes. Joreen. Okay, thanks. Thank you. Okay. So what makes love on earth different to love not on earth? All right. See, a lot of star beings choose to come to earth because earth provides a different kind of experience when it comes to love. And only here, love hurts the most. And only here, when lovers say one thing, it may mean another. You know, there's a lot of games, there's a lot of challenges, there's a lot of density, and if you were to see it from a higher perspective, you will see that this is like a drama in your own life. Oh yes, Amy, it is a great topic. Hey Samantha, good to see you. Ariella, hello. Yes, thanks, thank you all. Oh wow, more and more people are joining in. Elena, hi Elena. Thanks MJ for all the hearts. I'm seeing so many hearts from my phone. All right, back to this topic. This is an amazing topic because it is so deep yet is so light as well. And this is the kind of topic that that you may want to even rewatch again, because what I'm going to share with you all is quite deep. So as souls, we actually choose this experience. And I know you may be like, why would I choose suffering, or why would I choose challenges? You have to start viewing life from the perspective of your higher self, which I have shared in my previous videos. Firstly, and that's why understanding your soul is very important. Like knowing where you're from, why you're here are two big questions. If you have at least a bit of clarity, would definitely help you in your journey. And that brings you to love and how you navigate love on earth. I'm going to quickly read Amy's comment. I think I get frustrated that it just seems so difficult. Love doesn't seem like it should be complicated. Well, if love is not complicated, then in your next lifetime you should just choose a higher dimensional planet. In love on earth is complicated, even for those couples whose love life seems perfect, picture perfect, literally picture perfect. There's so many deep-seated issues going on, and couples are great actors at making it seem like they're enjoying a wonderful. But having said that, love is also hopelessly fun and fulfilling on earth, you know. So don't have this notion that love is going to be bad. No, love is designed in a way to be very expressive and stimulating on earth, because you are living in a physical dimension. Hey Melanie, good to see you. Hey Lorinda. I don't think you can get a refund checkout yet, but that's a good one. I guess you could try speaking to your angels about a way. That's why. So you guys have to really hold on tight. That's why when you have the knowledge and understanding of why things are the way they are, you will start to realize that it's like, okay, why do we watch movies, or why do we enjoy TV shows? And in TV shows, why is it that lovers never get together? And somehow that's what gets the watcher excited, right? Like that unrequited love, or two lovers who are very much in love with one another, or for some circumstance they are not able to get together, or they get together for a few nights and then they decide, oh, this is not going to work, but they love each other, or they end up marrying someone for the sake of marrying them. Do you know these shows are a reflection of like life, you know? And then many things go untold on earth, if you notice. And I absolutely agree with Tamara, you know, it makes it so much easier to view things knowing you played an active role in your experiences. Hi Bella. Hi Anna, it's good to see you. So that's why you guys have to shift that mindset, and you will have to, next time when you enter a relationship or a connection, go in, don't go all out. Often the mistakes a lot of beings do is that they go all out, like as though there's no tomorrow, as though this is a limited experience. Yes, and all of it's valid, and love is a very fleeting experience. In fact, it can be very, very overwhelming too. So often it's like when the hormones play a huge role too, you know. When two parties are in love, they go crazy, and they go crazy, number one, due to the hormones. Number two, because they are afraid of losing their partner or the person whom they are interested in. And this in itself pushes them away. And that's why it's so important to find a balance. You see, a guy and a girl, like a couple, they are like two parallels, you know. They're two different people traveling the road together. And instead of focusing on each other and finding fault in each other, or constantly being on them, if they have a common goal or an objective, things tend to be smooth, you know, when two parallel lines, when two parallel lines travel together, even if it's a mountain or a hill, you know, you go around it. But when the two parallel lines start fighting with one another, you go in different directions, you know. So this analogy is very, very, very interesting. So you may ask, like, older generation, like, how is it that their love life is successful? Because the older generation, especially 1960s, 70s, they came from a war generation, you know. It was post-World War II. Seeing so much pain, all they wanted was stability. So that generation of lovers who built families build it out of their need, their common goal of stability. And after that, it was all about the children. It was about raising amazing children. The problem with our generation is things are too all over the place. Especially with the dating app culture and how everything is so readily available, people tend to not value traditional notions of love. And it's not Earth's fault per se. It's a product of evolution where we are. And that's why it's so important to consciously enter into any kind of connection or relationship. And that's why now you have like conscious uncoupling, like how instead of couples going all crazy and having this huge grunt on each other when they separate, but instead they choose to uncouple consciously and even still have holidays together and stuff. I'm going to read a few comments. Movies. They always leave you screaming at the TV, oh my God, you're an idiot. He is so in love with you. Gotta love movies. Exactly. And this is what happens in real life too, you know. It's just that when you are part of it, you're not able to see it yourself. You see, for instance, you walk away from a relationship thinking that guy doesn't like you at all, because that's what he portrays there, you know, like, I'm not interested in you, this is not going to work. But inside he's probably crying and be like, oh my goodness, she's the angel, she's the girl for me, but I'm just so effed up and I just can't be the best man for her. And sometimes, and that's why subconsciously many of us are attracted to these movies, because our lives are outplaying in this. I sent this to someone earlier. We are discussing how tricky these connections are. It's like learning a new intricate dance and feeling your partner's moves, directing this way or that. This time one takes the lead, then you switch and let them take the lead. Then it turns into a perfect sync, harmonized, fluid. Thank you for that. It's very true. Oh, thanks, Tamara. Yeah. And many things go left unsaid, you know. And how do you actually navigate that? For that, you have to first calm down. Many people, they start getting angry at someone who rejects them or pushes them away, and they jump, oh, something is wrong with me, I'm unattractive, I'm not good enough, or all the other girls get it lucky, the other girls. Stop focusing on the other girls or the other guys. Focus on yourself. Like, why are there repeating patterns? For instance, unrequited love. Like, why does that happen? What is it that within you that it always happens? Is there something that you're putting out there that pushes the guy away? So in unrequited love, often the girl overdoes it or the guy overdoes it. You know, they keep being the kindest, nicest. It overwhelms them. In some cases, they actually love bomb the other party. So even if there was love in the beginning, they run away. Like, I'm like, this is too much for me. So that's one pattern of unrequited love. And unrequited love is the worst kind of love. Like, it hurts, like, because in unrequited love, there's only one person, you know, the person who's in love. And no one would even believe them. If they go to a friend, they'll be like, hey, that guy doesn't even like you, or that girl doesn't even like you. Why are you harping about it? You know, so it's a very lonely journey. But for those in unrequited love, you guys are capable of being amazing lovers, and amazing partners. But there is something within you that you have to work on. That is self-worth and self-love. Unrequited love comes about because you are not able to love yourself. And that is the reason why you keep pushing that love on the other person. And that person thinks of as you not even having a backbone, or reliant on them, or dependent on them, when that is not your objective. And naturally, men are from... And actually, men like the chase, men are hunters, and women are gatherers, and this is a historical fact. It's an evolutionary fact. And if you are able to read through the psyche and have a better understanding, then naturally you will see that in certain love situations, you will be able to get better clarity of what is happening. And these are all analogies of love examples on Earth, because in higher dimensional planets this isn't the case. Firstly, everything that you think is transparent, telepathy, and there is no dishonesty, or there is no... And that's why a lot of souls choose Earth, because here you can be yourself and your mind is not being read, and this becomes like an art form, a literature, like here you are creating a love story, and often the best love stories are the saddest ones, and that's what people watch on like popular media and stuff. I'm going to get a few questions. Yes, Amy, you're absolutely right. Most people barely understand themselves, so it's hard to understand anyone else. Yes. So you see, and that's the reason why working not only for twin flames, like everyone should actively participate in working on themselves. And that is what is so cool about the 21st century, because people are actively taking the effort to work on themselves. Mindfulness, people are practicing mindfulness, people are taking the time of their day to go to a gym, to join a yoga class, to have friends. Even if they're in a relationship, they tend to organize their lives much better. And that's the beauty of the 21st century, because the generation before us, they were overly focused on family and stability. So sometimes many couples were trapped in a not so loving marriage, and they just stayed for the sake of the children or for just keeping the family together. But now people are not afraid anymore. When there's no love, people walk away consciously, and that shows a huge evolution in our human conditioning, and how people... Of course, there's also that irresponsible group who just walk away without explanation. But there's also a group of highly spiritually enlightened, evolving, conscious generation. And that's what we are hoping to build on New Earth, consciousness, living consciously. And that is the new human. Okay, I'm going to read Ariela's. Love is different for all connections. I love my husband on a different level versus my TF, but it was my TF that showed me unconditional love, for example. But I love both in different ways. Thank you. I was actually going to talk about the different kinds of love, so thank you so much for raising that. Lorinda, throughout my life, I've always found it easier to understand others more than myself. Now, understanding myself has become top priority, and I have loved the opportunity of getting to know who I really am. Oh, that is a pure example of working on oneself and self-worth and taking care of yourself. That is wonderful, Thanks for sharing that with us, Lorinda. And Henry, calming down and patience is something I definitely learned in my connection, and I'm thankful about that today. Today, our main bridge in Rotterdam, the Erasmus Bridge, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I had a disruption. It couldn't close, had a disruption, couldn't close down fully. People were all so stressed and patient. I was the only one laughing and relaxing, thinking you all here definitely have not experienced the twin flame journey, because yes, and that's why the twin flame experience is like the ultimate experience. You know, it brings you to the next level of expression, and that's what we have been talking about, you know, all this while, and how it's, I'm just going to switch on the aircon. The weather in Singapore, it's killing. And yes, so yes, and in all love connections, patience is very important. Understanding yourself is important. And when you are in a connection, understanding your partner is as equally important. And this is what is love on earth. And not all love situations on earth is going to be romantic either. Love for a parent, love for a friend, love for a sibling, like love on earth is very, very beautiful, because here you have the opportunity to express yourself physically. You know, that hug your mom gives you, or you give your mom, or when you see children like running to their parents, or when siblings have this bond where they are able to discuss about everything and anything, and how there are different levels of love connections on earth, and all this is so beautiful. And when they become unconditional, it's a whole new level. And that's what I'm hoping to inspire you guys today. And yes, Megan, at the right time. That is why there's so many trauma bonds in this earth. No one wants to learn themselves and work on what they need to heal. And you raised something really wonderful, Megan, because many people rush into relationships. You know, it's all about hooking the guy or hooking the girl and trapping them in a marriage and having kids so that they don't leave, instead of actually spending the time courting and loving and truly being transparent of one another about being who they are. People never admit what their habits are. It's all about lies and lies and lies and lies. And then they get into a marriage, and 5 years later they realize, I did not marry this person. Like, why are they behaving this way? Why are they so messy? You know, they used to be so organized when we were dating. Like, what's this new habit? But probably that habit has always been around. So instead, if they had been honest and transparent and said, this is how I work, you know, I'm a left brainer, so the way I organize things can be a bit messy, and you're a right brainer, and you know, things like that. And people actually talk about their habits and how they act in problem solving and best behavior. People, while they're dating and courting, they show a different personality, often inspired by friends and stuff like that. They never show who they truly are. And then you realize, oh my goodness, this partner of mine has anger issues, which you would have never seen. But then after being in a marriage with them for like 5-10 years, you realize everyone is like, oh, this guy has got anger issues since he was a kid, you know. So that's why it's very important to have a good understanding of yourself, because when you have a good understanding of yourself, you will be able to read people better. And this is essential in finding a good connection on earth. And that's how you are able to work through trauma. And it's okay. Sometimes it's okay as well to, you see, people are like, oh no, I made a mistake. Sometimes you have to experience it. It's a learning situation. You know, you have to learn and understand that sometimes it's even trial and error before you find the love of your life. You know? And that's how many twin flames end up being with their twin flames at a very later part in their life. In some situations, they meet in high school, but they disconnect and they reunite at a later phase. Or for those having had a few failed marriages, you know, you finally meet your twin flame with a huge age gap. There's so many different scenarios. But today we are talking about love on earth. So I'm going to keep it general, because you all are experiencing different kind of love connections. So, and that's why. Megan, animal is mirroring my abandonment trauma wound right now. I hate that one being triggered more than any of them. I'm in such a deep funk and low energy and vibration. Oh dear, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm sending you heaps of love and Reiki energy as well. to feel better, and you've got this, girl. You can get through this. Don't worry at all. Just gonna check time. All right, guys. As usual, I'm so glad the way this topic is going. It is. We have left it quite open today, and that's why, guys, you have to appreciate every single connection on earth. You know, everything is unique and special, and often it is such that you may feel like you are in a bad situation, and that's why the age of social media can be very, very, very distracting, you know, because people keep posting photos of being in love with their children, with their family, and it does affect other people's mental health, you know, because they are like, people yearn for that. Like, why don't I have that? Like, how do some people go on having connections, but you don't know what is happening behind that photograph or behind that story they share. You know, they could have just had a fight, and they just want to post that to show the world that they are okay. You know, it's what you see might not be real. And many couples, like I work with, I'm a love psychic, right? So I work with so many different kinds of people and people in love, and one thing is, not all that you see is real, and not all marriages are meant to be. Many couples figure that out in like the first week of their marriage, but because they're already married, they're unable to get out of it that quickly. Thirdly, a lot of people get married, and after because I do divorce cases too, so I've got a couple right now, and they can be so painful. Some after 20 years of marriage, even though they had that negative patterns, due to love, they tend to not look at it. But after a point, they realize, you know what, this person is not the person I want to be with, because I end up giving more love. There's no balance. It's not a healthy relationship. The boundaries are not set right. So there are many, 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 many things going on. So that's why love on earth is not easy. It's complex, okay? And complex is good, because people have this assumption that love is easy. And that's the reason why people just get on the dating app, they find someone, they get married, and they suffer. Love is complex, and love is beautiful. And here you are on earth to actually find out and navigate through your love journey, you know. And you need to turn on your radar, your intuition, and often you have to focus on yourself. And that's why it's so important to spend the first 20 or 30 or even 40 years of your life working on yourself before you actually participate in a connection that is going to be with you for the long run. Having said that, of course, you want to date and expose yourself and be in many relationships before you pick the right one. And in order to know who is the right one, you need to go on many dates and to find out as well. You know, it's not just going to happen. Of course, for some people, it just does happen, you know, and that's due to soul connection, soul stories, the plan that you have had before coming to earth. Some couples, they even come to clear out karma, and that's why there's some not so beautiful situations out there, and that ends up in divorce, and then that cycle is complete and everything is at ease, and then they go on finding better connections eventually. I'm going to read some comments. Yeah, that's why I draw the line at manifesting a person into my life. I want to know they love me, because it can naturally. Oh boy, yeah, please guys, love spells and all are not to, yeah, like what, yeah, so like what you say, let me read out. A love spell or manifesting a person would leave me uncomfortable. I think I would always, yes, exactly, and you wouldn't want that on yourself, right? So always think about it. Every action has a reaction, and what you do, you may not wish that on yourself. So always be conscious, and we live in a free will universe, guys. So don't entangle it, or don't break those beautiful spiritual laws out there, like free will for everyone, not infiltrating into another person's free will, or trying to, you know. And you see, that's the reason why, like, sometimes it's a push away when your person feels you thinking too much about them, for instance, because telepathy is real, and sometimes when you think about a person feels that too. So when you keep thinking about someone, they can feel that too. So that's why you have to be very calm, and you have to always, okay, when you enter into a relationship, you have to ask yourself several questions, like, why do I want to be in a relationship? Is it because I'm trying to run away from a certain trauma or a PTSD, or am I doing it to impress other people, or is it because I'm trying to prove the world a point, because they keep saying that you're incapable of love, or you are, you know, you is like, you have to really go down to why you want to be in a relationship. And that is a question you can spend months, years, days contemplating. If you truly want a partnership, you truly want to share a life with a person, then a relationship is the right path. But if you're doing it for any other reasons, like impressing other people or trying to fit into society, then guys, you have to work on yourself. Like, truly, like, love yourself, because you cannot find love in another. Like, only if you are overflowing with love, when you are in a relationship, things will be balanced, you know, because you cannot expect the other person to make you feel good all the time as well. Ah, Bella, I'm so glad. I'm very happy today and feel he's coming home soon, because he is. I know he'll be back. It just feels so raw and ripped open right now. I just wish he would answer me and not ignore me completely like that. Ah, dear. I'm so sorry, Megan, but things will be all right. You know, things will work out, and sending you heaps of love, and I pray that things will get better. Amy, oh yes, even my ex, I know that experience has strengthened me. I had such a naive sense of love. I thought I would never be loved better than that. Abuse of all kinds. I met my person now and learned what actual love is. Not always rainbows and butterflies, of course, but an evolving and compassionate kind of, I'm going to add that, Amy, kind of experience. Yes, and that's why you need that maturity. A lot of people enter love where they have not had that deep level of thinking themselves. You know, people just do it because everyone else is doing, and it's good to fit in. And I know couple friends pressure you a lot, especially when one is single. They keep, get into it. You can't just get into a relationship. You know, love happens. You can't force it. Julia, it's extremely hard to divorce someone after 15 years, even though you still love them very much. Exactly. We had to clear out karma. Like what Julia says, you know, thank you for sharing that, you know, and that is a perfect example of what I've been trying to explain to this forum as well. Ro, I'm at the 20-year mark. I have given till I have no more to give, and love wasn't being reciprocated. I had enough, and that's where my new journey is now beginning. Wow, Ro, things are going to turn amazing for you. You know, you have evolved so beautifully, and things will work out, and everything will be all right. I gained my kiddos from the past relationship too, so I know there was a reason for our connection. Yes, many couples tell me that as well. You know, at the end of the day, the kids are their greatest gifts. You know, even though they had a very unhappy marriage, the children are the blessings, and they would do it again just for the kids. Hey Tamara, thanks for the Lorinda, yes, exactly. What's the free will in a love spell? I want some. Exactly. Free will, guys. If you truly love a person, you would not want to manipulate with their feelings or energies, you know. You can do anything to yourself, like healing. I mean, I offer a lot of healings as well, like Seichim healings, Reiki healings, star healings, and all that. And they do help. They actually help you to raise your vibrations so that you are in a good place to attract back the person you are seeking, you know. That's why it's good to work on yourself instead of like focusing on them. And even couple healings work that way, you know. It's the collective energies. You are not individually trying to do anything, because and that's why permission is always sought from their higher self as well, because good healers never manipulate the energies of people who they do not have permission with. And yes, Tamara, you cannot receive true love if you don't fully love and accept yourself. Exactly. And many people don't truly love and accept themselves. And that is quite sad. And that society has got to do a lot with it, you know, because beauty has got certain standards but guys, it's all Photoshop most of the time. Who is organically beautiful? So all this does affect a person, and see, you walk into the world not feeling good about yourself or not feeling beautiful about yourself, that's going to take a huge toll on you. And usually people in an intimate relationship know that immediately. They know it when their partner is insecure or not able to, you know, love themselves. So it is quite obvious, but even then, they're amazing people who help one another grow, and that's what's beautiful in certain connections. He went into panic, Megan. He went a little into panic mode, knowing we were entering separation period. That wasn't his control, and he went a little nuts with excessive intoxication, and he's now got into some trouble. So now he's in hermit mode and pushing the man cave. Men love to retreat into their man caves, you know, like that is like what they do. And they hate it when the women waits outside either. So this is the period, like Megan, I hope you find the strength to do things that distract you out. He will come back at his own time, definitely he will, and everything will be fine. But what he's doing is not right, and it's not justifiable, but you know, it is just the way it is. We live in a free will universe, and nothing is set in stone either, you know. Even with my book of life predictions, I say it's a number of timelines that are projected, and based on your present choices, we are able to see like which is the strongest timeline. Exactly, will all work out. Oh, you guys are so beautiful. Thanks for supporting one another. Tamara, I found it more of the most beautiful individuals that are the most insecure. Exactly, I agree with you. The most beautiful have the most, they have the lowest self-esteem. They don't think they're attractive at all. They think that something is wrong with them. They think that they are not worthy of love. And when you look at them, they will be like, oh my goodness, I thought they were the most confident person. And they are the ones who actually experience unrequited love the most. Like the perfect ones are the ones who experience unrequited love, and they get rejected by like the most imperfect person. And that's why they are like, why am I being rejected? And it goes down to them, you know. They may be perfect on the outside, great job, great looks, but there's something within them, you know, that is giving out that unrequited love. That's what. And that is the reason why. And it's also choices. Setting low standards. Beautiful people set extremely low standards, and that extremely low standards end up rejecting them, and they just become worse, and they end up settling for whatever that comes. No, guys, it's okay to wait. It's okay to be alone, single and alone, than be in a relationship and be alone. That is the worst. Be in a relationship where you are so lonely that you're not even able to share it with your loved ones, that you're lonely because it's too much face that you're trying to save. That's why it's important to work on yourself, self-worth, self-esteem. And that's why intention is very important. Before you enter a relationship, ask yourself, why am I entering this connection? Is there something that I want to receive besides unconditional love? Then that's a red flag. If you want to go into a relationship where you truly want to experience love on earth, that is beautiful. And that's when you see these couples who are so in love with one another, and they embrace the imperfectness in one another, and they have a common goal. Often successful couples have a common goal, a common objective, and that's the reason why two parallel lines are able to travel through the mountains, because they are focused on the destination they are working towards instead of finding fault in one another. All right. Thank you, Tamara. Thank you really for bringing that out, because you brought out such a beautiful point. Megan, he got banned from our spot, dummy. Lorinda, I agree. They have been through so much and I have no idea of their value. Yes. I've been there setting my standards low because I didn't feel good. Oh no, it's so common for the most kindest, compassionate, caring people who have so much to give. Like they are the sorts that would never put themselves first, and these are the people who are hurt and rejected, and you sometimes wonder why. It's the most compassionate and loving people who get hurt the most, and that's why sometimes these lessons are out there to remind you of your worth. And that's the reason why after you start working on yourselves, you realize that your circumstances changes, and the kind of people you attract into your life changes as well. All that happens, and that's what makes it completely beautiful. Just gonna check. All right. That's why, guys, you have to love yourselves. You have to literally look at the mirror every morning and tell yourselves how much you love you. And there's always going to be people who put you down or question your talents and your abilities. You may be the best out there in what you do, but people will try to take you down because they see you as a competition. Or I don't know why people see one another as a competition when every one of us are so unique and we have unique skills and talents to offer in the world. But these people are just, I just don't want to go into that as well. But do not allow them to put you down, guys, because there is abundance everywhere. There are opportunities everywhere to go around. Earth is an abundant planet. It is conditioning that puts that limited mindset into people's minds. But actually there's so much, and now with technology, so many opportunities to grow and evolve, to make a living. There's so much. Exactly. And Bella has shared a beautiful point. People are jealous if they see you happy. Exactly. They're extremely jealous, and they send all the evil eye. In Indian culture, we believe in evil eye. And my grandma used to take this coconut and kind of like cleanse the energies. This is a ritual that till today, my mom, my grandma does. Because my brother and I were such beautiful looking children. So whenever we went for Indian weddings and all that, when we came home, we would start crying. And then my grandma and mom would be like, there's so much evil eye. That's why the kids are affected and they are crying. And they would always do that coconut ritual and things will be fine. And it's very true, guys. There's so much jealousy out there, and for those jealous people, focus on yourselves. Why are you focusing on others? Why can't you just focus on your blessings, on your talents, on what you have, instead of competing with others or eyeing on their opportunities? There is so much to go around. Focus on you and stop focusing on others. It's so unhealthy. Jealousy, even in Shakespeare's literature, jealousy has killed people, literally has driven them insane. Like, jealousy is not good, guys. Inspiration is good. Be inspired. You see someone doing well, be like, hey, I want to do something like that too. And you find your dream and you build it. And inspiration is such a beautiful energy, And do not sabotage other people or betray them. When you are limited, people who do that are often limited, they say all these bad things about people, especially, the corporate, anywhere, politics is everywhere. So that goes back to love on earth. Love on earth is going towards a period of unconditional love. And you guys, we are all on that wagon of inspiring that unconditional love. For that to happen, focus on yourselves, because the first person you need to love is yourself. And only when you love yourself, you have enough love to give other people. Do not look for love in others when you have love within yourself. And God loves all of us equally. Always remember that, there's no discrimination there. So thank you so much, Bella. Amy, I think for me, other people are hurting so much and they want to make sure we feel it too. My ex as my example. So then we leave believing it, and so hard to break the mindset. My goal is to move beyond that, because I know that I'm worthy of that unconditional love. If not for others, then at least for myself. Beautiful, Amy. Yes, People who hurt a lot are the ones who try to hurt others because they just can't stand other people being happy. But why would you want to wish that on others? You know, would you want others to wish that on you? So what goes around comes around. You betray people, you get betrayed back, but tenfold. You know, what happens multiplies. So if you do a lot of community service, you share a lot of love, it always comes back. If you give with no expectation, you get with no expectation too. So it's all what you put out is what you receive back. So you put out good, you will keep getting back good, guys. This is the most natural law out there. You give love, you'll be showered back with love. Bella, we need to let it go and flow with ourselves. Yes, exactly. So beautiful. This group, you guys, you're amazing. And Henry, thanks for staying up as well and actively participating. You know, this is so wonderful. Yes, I'm going to read out your comment. Before that, Megan, Amy, misery loves company. Oh, Megan, things will get better. I'm sending you so much love. I can't see one of my girls feeling like that. I'm sending you Reiki, like right after this session, you know, you'll be definitely, because I see a major heart chakra expansion right there for you. It's going to hurt for a while, but things will be better. On Instagram, I often got a lot of compliments about my abs. When I tell people that my abs are the part I am the most insecure about, shocked a lot of people. I told them because I always heard people focusing on that made me feel that my value was lied all in there. But I'm very open about my insecurities or all insecurities because you never know who you could help or inspire. Thanks, Henry, for sharing that. In fact, there's this really handsome actor in Hollywood who said the same thing. He never found himself attractive and he's like the sexiest man alive. You know, a lot of people do not see their beauty. It's other people who see their beauty. And Henry, you are now at a place where you embrace every part of yourself and you know you're extremely handsome and good looking. But thanks for sharing, you know, with this group, like what you've experienced, because every story of ours inspires, like truly. On Instagram, okay, Lorinda, I've always told my DM how beautiful he is. He's genuine, understanding, patient, generous. It finally dawned on me one day. Those were the same qualities I was seeing in myself. I do mean it when I do... Where is it? I do mean it when I say those things to him, but I need to be saying things to myself as well. So I did start saying and believing in those qualities in myself. Exactly. You see, that's what's very interesting in a twin flame connection. We are often attracted to our divine masculine because of things that we want to see in ourselves, and we often mirror something. So for example, when like your divine masculine says, I'm not interested in you, you have not been interested in yourself, and that's what they are, like just projecting blatantly on you. Or you know, they may say, oh, you're not attractive because you feel unattractive about yourself. And that's what happens. And exactly. And when it becomes positive, like what Lorinda says, you have all of it within yourself. And that is what you're seeing in your DM. Oh, yes, Bella. I was actually going to respond to your message, your direct message back. But if you want, I can share it, you know, here as well. Yes, good news is coming around and you are in for a lot of surprises. Just hang in there and you can feel the vibrations yourself. Good things are coming ahead and what you're seeking is seeking you, and the news you're awaiting is going to happen really soon. You know, I hear marriage bells for you, Bella. I do know at least that he's thinking of me. A mutual friend who lives near my DM says every time he runs into him, he's always wearing the bracelet I give him. You see, that is enough confirmation that he does adore you. Men are just tricky creatures, be it divine masculine. Men generally go into their cave when they are confused or when they are overwhelmed, but they will come out of their cave better. That's why, guys, read men are from Mars and women are from Venus. You know that that man cave analogy is wonderful. Oh, you are an inspiration, Henry. And Tamara, you are an inspiration too. Thank you so much, for being part of this life. You guys are all amazing, like each and every one of you. Like, if not for you guys, I wouldn't even be spending my Sunday morning, tuning in with all of you all. It's such a joy. Ro, never saw myself as pretty. My TF tells me, do you see you? Oh my goodness. Your TF is extremely great at advice. In fact, I'm going to share this with people as well. Do you see you guys? Yes, be you. And Ro, I think you're extremely beautiful. Like from the picture you have, you are such a gorgeous looking person. All of you are, you guys are so beautiful. It's probably the starseed vibe. Amy, yes, I've started writing love notes to myself. I do it for him, but I know I see a lot of things I love in him are in me. Exactly. Oh, I love how you guys are so supportive of one another. Oh, I look forward to these lives too. That's why it's like rain or shine, traveling or what, I make sure that I do not miss a week. Like, you probably realize that when I was in Australia, I would like put out a notice like a couple of hours before my life. I'm like, I have to do it because it's so wonderful tuning in with you beautiful, selfless, truly amazing, high-spirited. Most of you here are starseeds as well. You guys are amazing, and this is all destined to be. God has created us this beautiful avenue for us to share our experiences and realize that there's so much more to this life than suffering. Of course, suffering is part of human life, but navigating through that suffering, and you see, a seed goes through so much torture before becoming a plant. Think about, as a child, how growing was so painful. Like when we were in our mother's womb, like the amount of pain and energy we would have experienced to become who we are today. And that is what makes life beautiful. And just always try to watch your life as a movie and see how would you rate your own movie. And all of you all have such inspiring, deep, heart-rendering stories, and realize each and every one of you are special and your story is valid. Never compare your pain with other one, because to each and every one, pain is pain. Pain can never be compared, and that's the reason why I dislike people when they like to compare other people's pain with other people's. You don't know what the person is going through. To them, that pain is the biggest sort of pain. So please do not judge people who are suffering and in pain. To everyone, their pain is valid, and pain is pain. You cannot compare it. Experience is experience. Everyone is unique. Everyone has got their own journey. Have you ever seen a human who has got the same exact experience as you? We all have different thumbprints. It's the same thing, That's why you cannot try to mimic your life with others, or you cannot compare, or you can't try to like copy another person's life, because each and every one of y'all have very, very, very unique lives. Embrace it. You are the star of your life, and when you're a star, you attract other stars too. That's why wait for the right kind of love, and do not discriminate any connection, because every love connection has something beautiful to offer as well. And that's what makes love on earth extremely beautiful. Love on earth is, I don't know if you guys have watched the movie Stardust. Literally the star comes to earth as a human. Claire Danes, she's the actress there, and she would say one thing: when I was up there as a star, and when I watched all these humans fall in love, this is what I wanted to experience. And when she was on earth, she was like, oh my goodness, when she was heartbroken, unrequited love. So that's exactly what we did as star beings. We came to earth to experience this amazingly inspiring, beautiful love stories. And each and every one of you all have such amazing love stories to tell and share. And you know what? In a couple of years' time, you all will be living the life you've always wanted to, because you guys are actively working on yourself, actively participating and caring about yourself, working on yourself, consciously doing, seeking guidance, getting the help that you need. And I'm always here to assist. I'm a Reiki master, I'm an ISSAG master as well. I'm qualified Akashic Records. I do Akashic Records clearing as well. So if you guys are ever interested in any kind of help or support, you guys can DM me for a paid service. I'm here for you guys, and you'll be worth it. I take long, but you will get the best. And guys, always remember, healing comes from within, and you're always capable of healing yourself. But I'm here for your support as well. And always remember, choose the right person, choose the right healer, the healer that you connect with, because that's very important too. Because the worst is you do not want to be misled or anything like that. For everyone, you see, it's just like how in school, for some students, some teachers work, and for some other students, some other teachers work. It's the same thing as well. For each one of us, we select the team. That's why even with like doctors or dentists or lawyers, we choose who we want to work with. Same thing, So if you guys are ever interested in a paid service, you guys can DM me. And of course, I offer free readings on the group. You guys can always request for me. And please, guys, don't beat yourself too much over anything. Everything will be all right. And you guys are amazing and special. And always believe your truth first, and you have it within you to understand your own past, present, and future, and you're capable of balancing and healing your chakras too. There's some mantras I shared. There's plenty of mantras on YouTube too that work on each chakra. These are seed mantras as well. Also, the intention is very important, and one thing that I wanted to tell you guys is the intention is very important, and most of y'all have the intention to grow and evolve and live out your best lives, and that itself will create the opportunities and show you to the right people to help you in your journey. And that's why everything is meant to be, and that's why keep trusting the universe, be in alignment. And I'm going to go on for another 10 more minutes. So if you guys want me to do any channeling, I'm your girl, so I can do on the spot channeling for you guys. I know, Henry, you're most welcome. I think you're falling asleep. Hey, good night, have a great night, and thank you so much for staying awake. I'm so touched, my friend. Like, really, your support means a lot to me. If not, I won't be inspired to do this live, because you guys are also tuned in and are listening and participative, supporting one another. This is such a high vibrational life. I would say that it's like, it's just beautiful. Like, we co-create this magic together, all of us. And that's why it's so happy. And those who actually watch this live again always tell me, wow, it's amazing. The energies are amazing. And every reading is a healing as well. I would love some channeling. Yes. Okay, I'm going to, so that I don't miss out anyone. Yes, Megan, I was going to give it to you this weekend. Yes. I think it's the perfect time. Actually, I was working on it. Like, I've been working on it the last couple of weeks. I did more channeling last night, and I will wrap it up today and I'll give it to you. And I think, yeah, you will definitely feel better. And we will talk more in the report. Oh, thank you so much, Megan. I always look forward to your lives and interact. No, your vibes are not. Please don't ever say that. I'm so happy you are here. And pain is pain. And that's why I talked about pain. Pain is pain, guys. And the most beautiful thing we can do for one another is support each other. And I'm so happy and proud that you are in this. You are participating in this. You're still there. You're still present. So do not ever apologize for being you. You're being you, and I'm so glad you are sharing what you're feeling, because we are here to support you and send you all the love you need. Not only me, everyone in this life is sending you the love, to make you feel better, because we all care about one another deeply, and we want to see one another grow and evolve and succeed in their journeys. So Amy, I missed last week because my person stayed. Oh, that's fantastic. It was so much needed after my hot mess self got emotional. Mirror so bad. I'm so glad, Amy. I'm so glad you had a good weekend with your person. So happy for you. and everything will go well. Lorinda, we just here to experience it all. Exactly, we are here to experience it all. I'm grateful for the experiences, no matter how heart-wrenching some of those experiences may have appeared from the human experience. Tamara, wait, Lorinda, we have, yes, thank you, Lorinda. You have said it so perfectly. And you have to start, like, guys, like, you have to start viewing this as a human experience, and that's where you develop a healthy detachment with your own life. You're able to enjoy life more, and consider this as a holistic life experience here on earth. Tamara, yes, always in retrospect, you realize how strong you are. What you thought once was a mountain now is a molehill. Once you walk through the pain and trauma, you will feel amazing. And that's why we healers and readers are here for you, to support you as well. And like what Tamara says, you always realize in retrospect how far you have come. Like when you were going through that crisis or predicament, you are like, will I ever survive this? But now when you look back, you're like, wow, you know, and that's amazing. And that's the reason why healing is so important. And healing comes from within, and healing comes from recognition. You have to recognize that there's certain traumas that you have to heal, PTSD that you have to heal as well. All right, Megan, could I ask for a little mini message from Animal for me if he comes true? All right. Animal is completely stuck in his man cave. He is just sad. He's feeling extremely insecure. He finds him extremely unattractive, and he thinks that he's not good enough for himself, and he's in a lot of pain, and he's embarrassed to show that vulnerable part of himself to you. As a result, he's ignoring you, and he knows that what he's doing is wrong, but he has no choice. That is the message that I'm getting from Animal. It's like he knows that you think of him as a hero, and he's a Capricorn, so all the more he's like, I'm not going to show that I'm in pain, so he's just hiding. But he loves you like crazy, and you guys are twin flames, so everything is, it's like, in fact, you are feeling a lot of his pain too. In fact, what you are feeling and experiencing is his pain. I hope that helps, because I know what he's doing is not right, but this is what he's going through. You know, he's suffering, and he doesn't want you to see him suffering. But he does want you to know that he will come back to you with renewed energies, fully rejuvenated from his rest in his man cave. Lorinda, any updates on current union energies? Lorinda, you're headed towards union with John, and both of you are headed towards union. It's just a matter of time. Like, the union energies have started birthing, so a couple of months, within the end of the year, next year, you guys will be in full union. Amy, things are going well. You guys are doing well. Your person wants you to know, his higher self wants you to know that you have grown so beautifully, you have evolved so much. You are so pure-hearted, and you're glowing, and you're doing so much self-work. You're inspiring so many people around you, and his higher self is very proud of you. Ro, you are so beautiful. You being you is what makes you great, and your TF loves you beyond words. He can never describe it in a physical kind of way, but he wants you to know that his love is special and pure, and he always thinks about you. He thinks about you a lot, and sometimes he worries that you might feel him thinking about you. Oh, I'm so glad, Amy, you love this group. Yes, it has been such a magical experience. Oh, that is wonderful. The vibe, the love, Lorinda, that is so wonderful. You know, you're meant for more magic. More magic is coming ahead for you. Amy, the vibe, the love, the inspiration. Most groups are full of... Oh yeah, guys, actually I'm not in any groups. I'm only in this group, and I have my own group which I haven't looked at. Like, yeah, but I can imagine what you're saying. Like, I consciously do not, because I work as a lawyer, and I'm dealing with so much human pain and suffering anyway. So I try to really choose where I want to participate, and this group is beautiful, you know, because people are on the same. And thanks to MJ again for bringing us all together, and MJ is amazing, you know. Yes, guys, do support one another, and you're always loved. Megan, you know, we are here for you. Oh, I'm crying right now. Thank you so much for your love and healing. I have to control myself when I'm working because I can be an emotional mess when that goes off. So my emotions break like a dam when I'm finally able to fully experience them. Sending you more love, and you're most welcome. I really hope that message, you know, really, because that's what he's feeling and that is the truth, and it's okay to release. In fact, release all that you want to release. Crying is good, guys. If you guys need to cry, crying provides such a beautiful relief, and you are in a safe place. Everything here is confidential. So guys, thank you, Tamara, for sending love to me. Thank you guys for all sending love to our fellow member, you know. This is what we do, and this is what I love about you guys. You guys are here for one another, and you know, I'm here for you guys too. So always. Oh, Henry, finally. Do you have any current 3D energy updates about Hugo? Hugo is very embarrassed about his behavior, so he's just trying to feel more embarrassed because he feels like he has not behaved properly, and that is because he has been suffering a lot, and he has been not very honest with you. And so he feels guilty. So there's a lot of guilt in his 3D energy, but definitely he's planning on making it up to you. So be ready for surprises. You may even get a visit from him to the place you are. So that's what I'm getting. Tamara, your person wants you to know that you are beautiful and your vibes are amazing. You know, like he feels your love and vibes, and he's very grateful for it, and he loves everything about you. And sometimes he wonder how magical you are. Like, you are a divine being filled with so much divinity, and you wonder how can a woman be so perfect. He's always in awe and admiration of you, and he wants you to know that he knows the connection that you guys share, and he acknowledges it, and he knows that you're one of a kind, and you're the only one for him who's able to understand him so deeply. And he also wants you to know that you are special. You know, I keep getting the word special. Like, he wants you to know you are so special and great for him, and that he loves everything about you, from the perfume you wear to everything, the way you dress, the way you speak, everything. I think your TF is such a romantic, Tamara. See, so much love. And he also wants you to know that he feels all the love that you send his way, and all the pure love and kindness and compassion you share, and your understanding is way beyond this world, and he cares very much deeply about you. And he's very lucky to have been able to know you in this life, and that you are just amazing. Your Tamara, you guys are both such beautiful twin flames, you know, like TFs. You guys are model twin flames. You guys have such beautiful energies, and such an inspiration to a lot of people out there, more than you guys would ever imagine. You're most welcome, Tamara. But I just blacked out there. Yes, I did confirm that. I thought I confirmed it earlier as well. Yeah. I blacked out there for a second that you confirmed he's my twin. The surge of energy I'm feeling right now. Yes, I confirmed that. Anyway, you're going to get your report tonight or tomorrow latest. So, you know, you'll get your reading in depth, and the history of your connection and your journey and everything. And definitely that's going to put you in a much more uplifted place. Oh, thanks, Amy. And it's hard when those vibes hit. You will make it through this. Oh, Tamara, thank you. Megan, thank you so much. All you ladies are so amazing. Everyone is so amazing. I didn't know whether to laugh or heart. So much confusion. I avoid. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not in any other group, so I can't speak. I can't say. So I really don't know. Update on Frank. I think Frank is still in his man cave. I don't know. Men love to be in their man caves for long, long periods of time. And Frank is going through some work related issues. So he's like trying to fully focus on that. You know, he's gone into workaholic mode. But he still wants you to know that he loves you so much and that he cares a lot about you, and that he hopes you forgive him for his behavior. Oh, Henry, wow, thank you. That is what I'm kind of feeling. Thanks for confirming it. Laurinda, it's not even just TF groups, just FB in general. Most of the groups trigger me too much with all the hate. It's so interesting because I have this page called Rekindling the Inner Goddess, and people always say that they feel this beautiful energy there, and I don't like, there are always very good discussions going on there. So maybe it's just I'm invisible to this negativity probably. Let me see, Laurinda. It's not even, yeah. Julia, my person SM has been a very dark place. No contact, ladies. He okay? Oh boy, he is in a dark place, but he's fine. He's getting through it one step at a time. He'll be okay. He is okay. Yeah, you rarely scroll through your news feeds. I may get into a random TF group from time to time, but I rarely stay long. You just begin to irritate after a bit. I don't need that shit. I choose me. I'm so happy you choose you. I'm going to hop off here for now. My girls are bugging me. Oh yes, go watch Demon Slayer with them. And I'm going to wrap up this live too, Megan. You take care, alright? Sending you heaps of love and more Reiki. You'll be fine and you will get your report by tomorrow. Promise. Like tonight, but I just want to, in case I channel more. But everything is good. So far what I've channeled, it's great. And you go watch Demon Slayer, alright? Take care. Love you all. And we are here for you, Megan. If you need anything, just message us. Remember, you are beautiful. And guys, yes, love you so much too. And guys, I realized that I've gone over an hour. Oh boy, 1 hour and 20 minutes. Thank you all for staying in. And I hope, you know, I've answered all your questions. And if you ever need me, DM me, guys. Love you all and see you all next week. Take care and have a great weekend. So I see no more questions. I hope I covered all of your questions. Oh, yes. In case no one told you all today, I love you all. And same here. In case no one told you all today, I love each and every one of you all. You guys are all special. I love you all so much. You guys inspire me to be here. So thank you for making all of my life so amazing and for tuning in and for being great sports. Like, you guys are wonderful. Love you all. And yes, have a great weekend. Bye-bye. And thank you so much, Ro.